typically it's been a little too cold actually to get out where it really wasn't safe, or it's just been cloudy and blah. So it's still cold and it's a little windy, but we finally got a little sunlight, as you can see. So if anything, get out with the camera, and I thought maybe capture a little bit on the video in case there's anything interesting. So just nice to be outside and getting a little sun again. I think what makes me like this shot is the combination of the tree stump and that yellow caution sign on the left-hand side. Somehow it fits well, acting as a warning sign from all of the branches sticking out from behind. I don't think this photo works that well without the sign. I try these kind of shots a lot and I usually fail. This one works though, I think, since the leaves were all sitting perfectly on the same plane, keeping them in focus against a nice blurry background, giving it some 3D pop. Another close-up attempt, but I guess my heart wasn't really in this one. I do like the frosty tips on the little branches, however. And of course, about 10 minutes after I said there was sunlight out here, it actually got all completely overcast and gray. But I have another reason why I'm recording. I'm trying to do my edits in all a similar fashion, using a new kind of film simulation. I don't shoot typically just JPEG straight out of camera, but I use the film sims in Lightroom as a starting point for my, raw image, I guess. And there's one called Classic Negative, and it's one I hadn't used very often until recently. And I really like how it makes just the winter landscape like this looks. I like maybe the desaturation a bit, and kind of takes a cooler temperature light-wise of the image as well. So pretty pleasing, I think. But yeah, it's fun to try different types of film simulations and see what works. I also try these kind of shots a lot, and I really enjoy how this one turned out. To me, it looks a little bit like a painting somehow. I can't really describe why. I also like the color mix of the oak leaves and the birch bark. This isn't an outhouse. I forgot to look exactly what it was. Either way, you'll notice specks of snow, which are fun to capture. And this one strikes a bit of a darker mood. It kind of fits the windy, cloudy weather as we were leaving the park. We actually were out yesterday for a bit, and I didn't bother bringing my video camera to do any these kind of videos, talking head videos. But it ended up being a little bit more sunny than we anticipated, so I did take some photos there and edited them in the same way I plan on editing these. So I'll probably make this one video with yesterday's pictures, with hopefully a few of today's, but it's not very nice out here, and without the sun it's hard to find some interesting shots. But maybe I'll throw a few up if they turn out somewhat decent. But kind of had bad luck. We left when it was sunny out, brought the camera all excited, and no sun. Yesterday, left with no sun. Had actually quite a bit of sun and didn't bring the video camera, so that's all right. We're still getting out there, that's the main thing. With lackluster light, I try to pay closer attention to what is on the ground as we're walking. I literally laid on my stomach for this shot, but I think it was worth it. It's kind of a neat angle. I think the colors are really what make this work. I tried to have the birdhouses show in the background on either side of the tree trunk, but I think I just made it unnecessarily busy. I try about 7 different ways to shoot this fence every time I walk by it. I've yet to get it right, including this attempt. The red color of the gate always pulls me in, and I always leave disappointed. This time I tried to frame the tree in the background, but it's just too far away. I'll keep trying. Went from all optimistic and sunny, and half an hour later it's now windy, cloudy, and snowing. So misjudged this one. I like how this one frames up. It's odd though, whenever I'm framing up these shots deciding where to focus, what I think it should be in person doesn't quite fit that well on the image. I could be overthinking this too much though. This is my second favorite image of the day. I brightened that group of trees that are way back into the distance a bit to help give them a bit more depth. The sun was shining that way a bit as well. And this is my favorite image. I like the simple composition, but it also evokes a bit more feeling from me somehow. I really can't articulate why, it just does, I guess. That's the cool thing about photography, or any form of art for that matter. Well, we get out of the wind. It's a little more pleasant here. We're coming back to the parking lot here. We're maybe a quarter of a mile from it. But that was a good trip overall. It was more for exercise than actually getting photos. It's always nice kind of going outside and having low expectations. It takes all the pressure off. But hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did stick around to the end, I appreciate it and hope to catch you again in the next one. Take care.